Hello everyone. Welcome back to Jikook Magic. Today we've got the latest update that has the fandom buzzing. BTS were spotted at the airport again as they head to the United States for their ARIRANG World Tour. But this time, it feels like more than just a routine departure. Behind the quick steps, tight security, and non-stop camera flashes, there are so many small captured moments. Simple details that spark curiosity, speculation, and of course, massive excitement from armies around the world. From sweet interactions between the members, to spontaneous, natural gestures, to little habits that might seem trivial. Everything becomes pieces of a puzzle that make this moment feel special. And of course, much of the attention once again turns to Jimin and Jungkook, better known as Jikook. Amid the busy and dynamic airport atmosphere, the two seem closer than ever, almost as if they share their own rhythm in every step they take. From the way they walk side by side, wait for each other, to subtle gestures that almost go unnoticed. Everything has the fandom in a frenzy. Their interactions feel light, spontaneous, and unforced. And that's exactly what makes them so captivating. It's these small things that often become the most memorable moments for fans. So make sure to watch until the end, because we'll be breaking down all these interesting moments in detail. Who knows, there might be a small detail you missed that turns out to be the most meaningful part. We've just received the latest update about BTS, who once again captured public attention as they were seen at the airport on their way to the United States. This departure is part of their major agenda for the ARIRANG World Tour in the US, a series of events long awaited by fans across the globe. As always, every public appearance they make, especially at airports, draws massive attention, creating an atmosphere filled with energy from flashing cameras, cheering fans, and international media coverage. From the moment they arrived at the airport, the atmosphere was already filled with fans showing their support, both in person and from afar. Prayers and well wishes poured in for a safe journey, a smooth trip, and great success for the entire tour. This moment is not just a departure, but also a symbol of the beginning of a big journey that will once again bring BTS and ARMY together on a global scale. Amid the crowd, fans naturally focused on the interactions between the members. But as often happens, moments between Jimin and Jungkook once again became the center of attention. In several camera shots, the two were seen walking side by side, adjusting their pace to match each other in the middle of the moving crowd. Some fans even pointed out how Jungkook seemed to check multiple times to make sure Jimin stayed close. There were moments where he appeared to subtly signal for them to walk together. In the midst of the busy airport, the two were also seen talking at a close distance. Simple interactions that sparked various interpretations among fans, even though they seemed completely natural. Looking more closely at their arrival, it appears that the BTS members did not arrive in the same vehicle. Jungkook was seen arriving with J-Hope, while Jimin came in a different car. Meanwhile, the last vehicle seemed to carry Jin. This pattern shows that their movements were quite dynamic, with well-coordinated timing despite arriving separately. Shortly after, Jungkook stepped out of the car with his manager, while J-Hope exited from another side. Not long after, a van door opened, revealing Jimin, who then stepped out and walked toward where the other members were gathering. At that moment, Jungkook was still near his car, not yet fully joined with the main group. As time passed, all the members began moving toward the airport entrance in a more coordinated flow. Jungkook eventually joined the main group, while Jimin was seen slightly behind with Jin. In one particularly eye-catching moment, Jungkook briefly lagged behind while doing small, playful dance-like movements, creating a relaxed vibe amid the busy situation. From another camera angle, Jungkook was still making those small movements alongside Jin, while Jimin continued following from behind. This shift in perspective highlighted how the members' positions kept changing as they moved toward the entrance. There was also clearer footage showing details of their arrival from their respective vehicles. Jungkook was seen stepping out with his manager, while J-Hope appeared from the other side, reinforcing how well-coordinated they were despite arriving separately. In another moment, Jimin was seen walking closer to the other members, while Jungkook was already on the sidewalk with the group. He still seemed relaxed, making small movements while waiting for everyone to fully gather. Soon after, they finally walked in a more unified formation. Some camera shots also captured Jimin, who was at the back of the group, briefly glancing toward Jungkook. Interestingly, around the same moment, Jimin was seen adjusting his hat, and shortly after, Jungkook made a similar gesture. This subtle synchronization created a moment that caught fans' attention. Throughout the walk toward the entrance, their positions kept shifting. Jungkook sometimes moved to the front, then back again, while Jimin followed the flow from the middle to the back. This showed their flexibility in navigating a crowded public space, while also reflecting their habit of moving together. There was also a moment when Jungkook waved to fans, while Jimin remained further behind with Jin. This interaction showed how they still made an effort to greet fans despite the fast-paced situation. One of the most attention-grabbing moments was when Jungkook was seen carrying personal items like toothpaste and a toothbrush. He even joked by holding up the toothbrush toward the camera, as if brushing the lens. It felt incredibly spontaneous and revealed a playful side that isn't often seen in more formal settings. On the other hand, Jimin was briefly seen walking alongside J-Hope in a few moments, but soon after, he returned to Jungkook's side. In one instance, Jimin seemed to walk a bit faster, but Jungkook lightly reached out to him, as if inviting him to stay together. Jimin responded by moving closer again. In another moment, Jungkook was seen slightly leaning down to hear Jimin more clearly in the noisy environment. This simple interaction showed how comfortable they are communicating with each other. Throughout the entire sequence, even though their positions kept changing, the two were never truly far apart. There was always a moment where they gravitated back toward each other, walking in sync and staying connected within the group's dynamic movement. Toward the end, both of them briefly turned toward the fans. This moment created a strong visual impression, almost like an artistic scene that could easily become an iconic black and white capture. Small details like accessories also didn't go unnoticed. One was seen wearing a silver necklace, while the other wore a gold one, creating a visual contrast often associated with the symbolism of the sun and moon. Additionally, both were wearing cross necklaces of similar size, adding another interesting visual element. Overall, this BTS departure wasn't just about a journey to the United States. It was also about how small moments can reflect connection, togetherness, and the spontaneous charm that always captures public attention. And that wraps up the series of BTS departure moments filled with interesting details and warm interactions between the members. From their movement dynamics, interactions with fans, to the small moments between Jimin and Jungkook, everything once again shows the natural side that ARMYs truly love. Which moment did you find the most touching or interesting? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Jikook Magic for more updates. See you in the next video.